This is the post-cleaning inspection of tank 1. Right now the diver's at the ladder, reference point 12 o'clock. And as we mentioned earlier during the cleaning, there's a lot of sediment on the walls. So we told the headquarters that there's going to be a light dusting of sediment on the floor when it's all said and done, and they said not to worry about it. So anyway, how's the ladder? Is it in good shape? It looks like pretty much everything's in good shape down there. Everything was just really dirty.
Yeah, the ladder's in excellent condition. It's a little discolored, but it's just maybe a little bit of surface staining. I didn't see any damage on it.
Copy that. So, yeah, the floor looks good. The bolt runs are capped. The floor plates look good. Yeah. During the cleaning, I was watching. I didn't see really any damage on the floor.
No, I didn't spot any at all, but we'll go up and scan over it.
So anything else to look at right over here before we kind of head out and check out everything else?
Yeah, we might as well. Right here at, let's say, 10 o'clock, we've got the level float brace. And that's bolted into the floor bolts. The cables are nice and tight, intact.
Copy that. Yeah, looks good.
The float is floating. And then right next to it we have, I guess, a sample pipe for a fire hydrant access.
Yeah, copy that.
It appears to be in good condition. A little bit of staining on the inside. I'm not really seeing any signs of corrosion. It's nice and clean.
Copy that.
And then right next to it, we got the tank inlet at 9 o'clock. It cleaned up nice and easy. Stained right here on the face of it. The floor right here is stained from the water flow.
Copy that.
But I didn't see any signs of damage. Right next to that is another sample pipe. Or maybe the tank drain. I didn't see one on the floor, so that might be a drain.
Yeah, copy. Oh, you know what? They have like a sensor hooked up to it. Probably for, so they can monitor the water levels, like from the office.
Right, so that's a sample pipe then. For the outlet, maybe the outlet and the drain are kind of the same on the other side of the tank, but yeah, the surface stuff that's just stained from the wall. Looking inside, a little bit of corrosion emanating from the couplers, less than 5%. And I'm trying not to get too close because my bubbles are going to make the sediment get off the wall.
Yeah, copy that.
I guess we might as well look at this manway right here. Stain, no signs of damage, cleaned up nice. And this is at roughly 6:30, 7 o'clock. There's nothing else to look at over here. Kind of just, I guess, just go right out here to the center. Center column stained, and it had some sediment on it. It's sitting in a sleeve, a base. It's on a rubber pad gasket, or a few of them. Looks to be in really good condition.
Copy that.
Looks like there might be a couple nicks here and there on it going up the riser. Little tiny corrosion nodule. And a little bit of rust on probably a scratch in the coating. Pretty superficial. No real damage to report.
Copy.
So I'm not sure how much you can see, but I'll go ahead and pan around the tank from here.
I can see the whole floor to the wall, and then the walls are just kind of dark.
Copy that.
Considering how much sediment there was in this tank, you cleaned it up really well. It doesn't look half bad. Looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the sediment was light and fluffy. It wasn't very sticky, so it didn't really stain the majority of the floor. But yeah, there was definitely, majority of the floor was roughly a foot of sediment, and there were a couple locations where it went to about 1.5 feet.
Copy that.
And then the clean spot where the inlet came in. Still not seeing any signs of damage on the floor plates, and I have not spotted any corrosion emanating from the floor panels or the gaps of the nuts and bolts.
Copy.
Okay, I'll go ahead and shoot out towards 3. Actually, let's go ahead and go towards 2 o'clock. Get a look at the tank outlet, which probably doubles as the drain.
Copy.
It had a nice, just a small little clean spot right here where it had sucked sediment out.
Copy.
It looks pretty clean in there except for the couplers. Whatever couplers are in there, they're 100% covered in corrosion.
Copy.
Pipes themselves look to be in good condition, but the couplers or the joints between the metal is corroded. Right next to it, we have another manway, and that's at about 2:30. It cleaned up nice. I didn't see any signs of damage, just staining.
Copy that. I got a good shot.
And then here we are basically at 3 o'clock. Yeah. Walls are stained. I'm not seeing any signs of damage with the wall plates or the seams. It's pretty nice, just stained.
Gotcha.
Making my way towards 6. Okay, over here at 6 o'clock. Just staying consistent. Walls are stained. Sediment stuck to them. I'm not seeing any signs of damage, corrosion nodules, blistering. Looks really nice.
Copy that. No damage.
Make my way towards 9 o'clock. A little bit less staining on the wall right here because of the inlet. The water movement are in this area. Still stained, and no signs of damage here. Walls are looking nice.
10-4, got it.
And then back over here at the ladder.
Okay, so just to recap, the tank's in really good shape below the water. That was just very dirty, and I understand they have a well that's giving them problems, so that would explain why. So that'll do it for below water. Next up, we're going to take a look at the roof structure.